who's winning today? And this is a question to everybody, by the way. Tyler, think about this as well. Tom, I'm coming to you as well. You've been around longer than we have. Who's winning today? Is the right pulling people more to the right winning today? Is the center holding this thing? Are they being tilted to the left or tilted to the right? Or is the left winning more, trying to drag people to their side?
You want to hit that one
Tom,
first?
why don't you go first?
You've been around longer.
Thank you very much for that, Pat. Appreciate that.
A little deference here, you know?
Age before beauty is what he's trying to say, Tom.
All right, can I answer eventually? So I look at a couple things, and just real quick, I've been looking at differentials in voter registrations for the last 3 months, and you're seeing it in college students. You're nodding. You know some of the data I'm talking about.
I definitely know the Florida version.
It's about 5% ahead for independents and Republicans right now versus Dems. And even if you take the independents out, which you would understand why a lot of people are jumping to the middle like that, you still have Republicans are ahead on voter registrations right now going in the midterm election. So I think that is a sign of what's kind of winning as the new voters are registering.
Let me add one thing on that, which is the Florida numbers, and you guys can check me as I'm saying it so I get the numbers roughly right. But I heard DeSantis say this last week, that Florida basically before him had a 200,000 deficit on the Republican side in terms of registered voters. I think they're up 80,000 now.
That's 280
so,
split. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a huge, we can check the exact numbers, but that's a huge shift right there. So that's one thing. I would also say that the left-right thing sort of doesn't make sense anymore, because Trump came in and crushed the system to a point that people who were traditionally conservative started sounding like liberals. Liberals started, especially now, sound like the craziest authoritarians. So left-right doesn't make sense to me anymore in the specific sense. I usually try to say you're either authoritarian or libertarian, and what I mean by that is you're not a libertarian, meaning I'm a card-carrying member of the Libertarian Party and I run around naked on stage, demanding that nobody has driver's licenses. But you either believe in individual liberty, you can figure out the best way to live your life, and the government should basically stay out of the way and do some minimal stuff, and that's it. Or you believe in the machine. You believe that some machine, if we just gave it enough money and enough power and enough purview over all of our ability to think and act and everything else, that somehow us giving all of that power to that thing could somehow govern us better than we can actually govern ourselves. So that makes more sense to me rather than left, right, or Democrat versus Republican, because none of JFK would be a Republican now.
No question about it.
He would be a Republican. He was cutting taxes. He was anti-war, right? He was a patriot. He was hated by the machine, and maybe the machine killed him. You talk to Oliver Stone. I mean,
right.
So the whole thing has shifted in a really bizarre way. But to answer who's winning, I think the right broadly, if we're just using the right-left thing, is really starting to win. I think the woke thing is so out of control. This nonsense, don't say gay stuff, the critical race stuff. They're attacking people's children now. It was one thing to lock people in their homes, confuse them about economics, all of that stuff. But when you see cities burning and the riots that we had, by the way, we don't. It's really odd. Since Trump left, we don't have race riots anymore. It's almost as if there maybe was some coordination with someone.
Yeah.
I don't know, is this Alex Jones level stuff? But I think they've gone so far on everything. A Supreme Court justice nominee can't say what a woman is. It's so bananas that I think average people are just like, I've had enough of this. And what that leaves you with is what I say on my show all the time. You don't have to be a Republican, but you cannot be a Democrat.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.